In this video, I want to show you how to do your motocross training for beginners. What's up, Rad family? I'm Dakota Freeman, and welcome to the Rad Adventure Dude channel. When we're wanting to get into racing motocross or just riding on tracks, there's some motocross training for beginners that we need to know before we get out on the track. The first thing that I want to go over in our motocross training for beginners is going to be our riding position. Riding position is going to be one of the most important parts about getting out on the motocross track and actually staying safe while we're riding. We want to make sure that we can already ride in the attack position while standing up to make sure that we can go over obstacles, bumps, and jumps the smoothest way possible. So make sure you're standing on the balls of your feet, bending your knees and gripping the bike, and we're always going to have our elbows up and our head over the handlebars. As long as you ride in this attack position, it's really going to give you a lot more control over your dirt bike, especially when we're doing our motocross training for beginners. The most important part of any motocross track is going to be the corners. And making sure that we know how to hit corners the proper way is going to be a very important part of our racing. So whenever we're motocross training, we really want to focus on riding corners in the best way we possibly can. We should already know basic cornering technique, and now we're going to have to focus on being able to hit ruts, berms, flat corners, off-camber corners, and all sorts of different obstacles in our corners as well. An important part of our cornering, especially when we're hitting ruts, is that a lot of the times when we're new to dirt biking, and especially the first couple of times we hit ruts, we want to put our eyes on the ruts. And this is very wrong, because as you're coming out of a corner, or if you're coming into the corner getting into a rut, we want to make sure that we're getting our front wheel and our rear wheel in the same rut. Once we're in the rut, we actually want to look forward down the track or the trail, because we don't want to let our eyes watch the rut. We want to look forward to where we know what's coming at us, and as long as you just accelerate through the ruts, it's going to actually be able to keep your bike straighter and give you more traction out of the corner. So as we get better with our rut technique, it's actually going to make us better on the tracks, and we'll be able to do faster lap times with these ruts. Because when there's rutted corners like this, we can actually hit them faster than we could if there were no ruts. The next part of motocross training that I want to go over for beginners is going to be our jumping technique. Jumping, especially on motocross tracks, is going to be a huge part of our riding. And all the riders are going to be doing the same jumps out on the tracks, so it's going to be very important that we can keep up with them and be able to hit the jumps as well. So if it's your first time getting out on the motocross track, you want to make sure that you're very comfortable on the bike already. And before you jump your dirt bike, you really want to make sure that you're very comfortable with standing on your dirt bike in the attack position. This is because when we're in the attack position, we have more control over the dirt bike and we can adjust in the air if something goes wrong. So when we're hitting a jump for the first time, we're going to want to watch another rider hit this jump first. This way we can watch their speed as they hit the jump, and you can see how their flight goes and everything along the way. Make sure that whenever you're getting into this and you go to hit the jump for the first time, maybe start on a tabletop jump that's going to have a takeoff and it's going to be flat all the way to the landing. This way you can jump and land, and you don't have to clear the jump the very first time. You can actually jump your bike and then work your way all the way to the landing spot, and this is going to be a great way to learn how to jump on your dirt bike. So like I said before, when we're hitting jumps, we want to make sure that we're standing up and that we're in the attack position. We want to stay more centralized on our dirt bikes, and this is going to make sure that whenever we're coming off the jump, that our front wheel doesn't get too high or too low, and we want to continue accelerating all the way off the face. We really don't want the RPM level way too high, or else this is going to make your front end want to pick up as you're coming off the jump. If you're coasting as you come off the jump, the front end's going to want to drop, so we really want to avoid that as well. We want to make sure that we're coming off the takeoff in the middle of the gear range. This way we can accelerate through the face and not have our front end too high or too low as we come off the top of the jump. Then once we're in air, we want to make sure that we're still standing on our bike, and when we land, we want to make sure that we have the throttle on. Having the throttle on when we land on our dirt bikes makes sure that if we're landing a little bit sideways, or if anything's gone wrong, the acceleration on the dirt bike is really what's going to help keep your bike straight and straighten you out whenever you land. Also, landing with the throttle on is going to already have your rear wheel spinning, so whenever you land, this is just going to continue your momentum forward and really help you whenever you're landing on a hard jump. This is going to make it smoother for you when you land on your dirt bike and keep you much safer when you're landing as well. If you land without the throttle on, you're going to actually feel the bike get really shaky as you impact on the ground. This is because all the energy that's going down is going to then be slowed down by the gears and everything else. We want to make sure that we're landing with the throttle on so it straightens our bike out and gives us plenty of momentum moving forward on our dirt bikes. If you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, make sure you hit that and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any of my future dirt bike riding tips. Other ways that we can get faster out on the tracks and trails is going to be by choosing the smoothest line possible. The smoothest line on the tracks and trails is normally going to be on the edges of the track and places that other riders haven't rode yet. This is because the more that we're riding on the tracks and trails, the bumpier it gets. Coming into corners, we're getting brakey bumps. Coming out of corners, we're getting acceleration bumps. Everywhere our dirt bikes go, they're constantly making bumps, ruts, and this is what's going to make the tracks more and more difficult as the day goes on. So learning how to ride on the edges of the track and learning how to avoid these bumps is really going to be huge to making you faster on the tracks and trails. Other ways that we can help our bike be smoother when we're riding on tracks and trails when it's getting really rough is going to be to actually either wheelie or jump over these bumpy areas. The more you can jump over these bumpy sections and get our front wheel over them, like wheelie through them, is going to make it so much smoother on your dirt bike. Putting all the bumps into the rear suspension and keeping your front end light and being able to just wheelie through these rough areas of the track is going to make it so much smoother and make you so much faster. So work on this over time and you're really going to develop good riding skills to become smoother on the tracks and trails. A secret tip that I always found when I was riding, if you're looking for a secret spot on the track that's as smooth as possible, watch the 50 riders. These kids on 50s actually ride the tracks in the smoothest way possible. They have the smallest tires, they have the least amount of suspension, and this is why when they're riding, they avoid as many of these brakey bumps and acceleration bumps as possible. So if you're looking for a smoother line out on the track, watch a couple of the 50 riders and see where their little secret lines are. Plus, watching these pro riders and how they can enter corners, get on the acceleration, and then get out of the corners as fast as possible is really going to show you some great riding techniques to make you better. So now that we're going through this motocross training for beginners and we've already covered most of the obstacles you're going to see out on the tracks, let's go ahead and talk about some safety tips that'll keep us safe when we're out on the tracks and trails. We really want to make sure when we're out on the tracks that we hold our line. Holding our line means if you come off of a jump, then you don't want to shift over to the other side of the track while you're still going over the same obstacle. This is because a rider could be coming up behind you and see where you're at on the track and maybe jump on the other side and actually jump a bigger obstacle than you're hitting. If this is the case, you really want to make sure that you can hold your line so that riders that are coming up behind you can see where you're at, observe this, and then choose a line that you're not in and be able to race their line out on the track without you affecting them or them affecting you. They're simply going to be able to hit a triple and be able to land and get past you, and you're not going to be coming over the same jump and then ride across the track. So make sure if you're coming over a jump and you're not jumping it, that you're holding your line from the same place as you start all the way across the jump. This is going to be very important for new riders that aren't hitting all the jumps out on the track, so make sure you focus on this if you're really new to motocross riding. The last part of this video that I want to go over is going to be really about our motocross training. What kind of food are you eating? What kind of exercising are you doing throughout the week to actually keep your body in shape to get out on the tracks and trails and be the fastest rider possible? I promise if you want to become a fast rider and really get good at racing motocross, you're going to have to take your fitness seriously. These professional riders have taken their fitness to a completely new level and have now changed the sport of motocross forever. These pro athletes put more time and energy into their body's fitness than they do anything else. Yes, they're great motocross riders and they train a lot. However, they also spend countless hours on their bikes, pedaling and staying in good shape. They also spend countless hours in the gym, making their muscles stronger so they can have more control over the dirt bike. And they take their food intake seriously as well. Whatever fuel you're putting in your body is what you're going to get out of your body as well. So make sure that if you are getting into motocross and you're really taking this seriously and you want to be the best rider you can be, that you start taking your motocross training as seriously as possible. You really want to spend time getting your cardio up to where you can ride the dirt bike for longer periods of time without getting as tired. You want to build muscle to where then you can actually ride the bike with more control and not have to worry about what's going to happen if you hit a bump out on the tracks and trails. The last part of this is to eat food that's going to properly fuel your body and your muscles so they can recover and get you back out on the track as fast as possible. So do you feel good now about your motocross training? Well, make sure you like this video and drop some comments down below if you have any other questions. If you're still looking for more dirt bike riding tips, I'm always here. I've made a full dirt bike riding course over on my website that's going to take you from being a complete beginner and take you to an advanced rider mastering these tracks and trails. I also give away a free dirt bike guide over on my website as well. Just subscribe to my newsletter and I'll send it right to you. Make sure you click the subscribe button that's right here and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any of my future dirt bike riding tips. After that, you can watch my next video right here. Stay rad, and I'll see you over there.